My day on Mars begins not with a sunrise, but with an alarm. It is a soft electronic chime that cuts through the quiet of our habitat. Outside, the sky is not yet blue, but a faint, dusty pink. The sun is just a small, distant point of light, not the big, warm star we know on Earth. Inside our pressurized dome, everything is carefully controlled. The air is recycled, the temperature is stable, and the lights slowly brighten to mimic a morning on our home planet. This artificial dawn is a necessary comfort, a small piece of Earth to help our bodies adjust to a world that is so very different from our own. It is our signal to start another day of exploration and science. Getting ready is a precise routine, a checklist of tasks that ensures our survival. First, I check the habitat systems. Are the oxygen levels good? Is the power supply stable? These are questions we must ask every single morning. On Earth, we take air for granted, but here, it is a precious resource manufactured by machines. I put on my inner suit, a lightweight layer that helps regulate my body temperature and pressure. Breakfast is not a bowl of cereal with fresh milk. Instead, it is a carefully prepared meal, often rehydrated vegetables and protein paste, designed to give us all the nutrients we need to work hard in this harsh environment. After our morning meal, we have our daily briefing. The mission commander goes over the plan for the Sol, which is what we call a Martian day. A Sol is a little longer than an Earth day, about 24 hours and 39 minutes. This small difference adds up over time, and our sleep schedules have to be carefully managed to stay in sync with the planet. We discuss our scientific objectives, the rover maintenance tasks, and the weather forecast. Martian weather can be extreme, with massive dust storms that can last for weeks and block out the sun, so we always need to be prepared for changing conditions. The final step before heading out is putting on the full spacesuit. This is a complex and heavy piece of equipment, our personal spaceship that keeps us alive outside the habitat. It provides us with oxygen to breathe, protects us from the thin, cold atmosphere, and shields us from harmful solar radiation. The process takes time and requires help from a crewmate to ensure every seal and connection is perfect. As the helmet locks into place, the familiar hum of the life support system fills my ears. I am sealed inside my own little world, ready to step out onto the surface of another. It's a feeling of excitement and responsibility, all wrapped into one. Stepping outside the habitat's airlock is like entering a dream. The first thing you notice is the color. Everything is red. The ground is a vast expanse of reddish-brown dust and rocks, stretching out to a horizon that seems both closer and sharper than on Earth. The sky is not the deep blue we are used to. It is a thin, pale butterscotch color. This is because the Martian atmosphere is very thin and filled with fine red dust particles that scatter sunlight differently. There are no trees, no rivers, and no clouds lazily drifting by. The silence is profound, broken only by the sound of your own breathing inside your helmet. The landscape itself is stark and majestic. In the distance, I can see the towering peak of Olympus Mons, a volcano so enormous it would cover the entire state of Arizona. Its slopes rise gently, making it look more like a vast, sloping shield than a pointed mountain. Craters of all sizes pockmark the surface, silent reminders of ancient impacts from asteroids and comets billions of years ago. The ground beneath my boots is a mix of fine sand, which we call regolith, and sharp-edged rocks. It's a world that has been shaped by wind and ancient water, but not by life as we know it. One of the most striking differences is the gravity. Mars has only about 38% of Earth's gravity, which means I feel incredibly light. Every step is more like a gentle bounce. It makes walking feel effortless, almost like I could leap into the air and float for a moment. This low gravity affects everything we do, from lifting heavy equipment to driving the rover. While it can be fun, it also means our muscles and bones could weaken over time, which is why we have a strict exercise routine back inside the habitat. It's a constant reminder that our bodies were made for Earth. Looking back at our habitat, it appears as a small white dome in a sea of red. It is our tiny outpost of life in this immense, silent desert. From this vantage point, you can truly appreciate the scale of Mars and our place in it. The sun appears smaller and less intense in the sky, providing less warmth. This is why the temperature on Mars can drop dramatically, from a chilly daytime high to well below freezing at night. It is a world of extremes, a place of breathtaking but dangerous beauty, a frontier that challenges us at every turn. Our main job on Mars is science. Today, my task is to collect rock and soil samples from a nearby crater. I carefully drive the rover over the bumpy terrain, its electric motors humming quietly. The low gravity makes the rover feel like it's floating over the rocks, but we have to be careful not to go too fast. A tipped rover would be a disaster out here. Once I arrive at the designated spot, I use a robotic arm equipped with a drill and a scoop. Each sample is precious, a tiny piece of the Martian puzzle. We are looking for signs of past water, and maybe, just maybe, evidence of ancient microbial life. Breathing on Mars is impossible without technology. The atmosphere is about 95% carbon dioxide, with almost no oxygen. My spacesuit provides a constant supply of breathable air, but the system has its limits. We always have to monitor our oxygen levels and the battery power of our suits. Every minute spent outside is carefully calculated. This is why we can't just go for a casual stroll whenever we want. Every excursion, or extravehicular activity, EVA, is a meticulously planned mission with specific goals. We work efficiently, knowing our time outside is limited by the very technology that keeps us alive. Food is another major challenge. We can't grow crops in the open Martian soil, and there are no grocery stores to visit. All our food is brought from Earth or grown inside the habitat in a special hydroponics lab. We are experimenting with growing potatoes, lettuce, and tomatoes under artificial lights. These fresh vegetables are a wonderful treat and a vital source of vitamins. They also provide a psychological boost, a taste of home in this alien environment. Managing our food and water supplies is a critical part of our daily routine, as we must be completely self-sufficient for years at a time. Moving around on Mars is an adventure in itself. The low gravity makes every movement different. We have to learn to walk with a specific gait to avoid bouncing too high and losing our balance. Carrying tools and equipment is easier, but the bulky spacesuit restricts our movement and dexterity. Tasks that would be simple on Earth, like turning a wrench or picking up a small rock, become slow and deliberate. We are constantly aware of our surroundings, watching for loose soil or sharp rocks that could damage our suits. Every day is a lesson in adapting to a new set of physical rules. As the sol draws to a close, we witness one of the most beautiful sights in the solar system, a Martian sunset. Unlike the fiery reds and oranges of an Earth sunset, the sunset on Mars is a stunning shade of blue. This happens because the fine red dust in the atmosphere scatters red light forward, away from the sun, allowing the blue light to penetrate directly to our eyes when the sun is on the horizon. The tiny sun disk sinks below the distant crater rim, casting long, eerie shadows across the red desert. For a few minutes, the dusty sky around the sun glows with an ethereal blue light. Watching the blue sunset is a moment of peace and reflection. After a long soul of hard work and constant focus on survival, it is a chance to simply stand in awe of the universe. It reminds us why we are here. We are explorers, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and experience. Seeing a sight that so few humans have ever witnessed fills me with a sense of wonder and privilege. It connects us to this alien world in a profound way. This moment is not about checklists or system alerts. It is about the pure, unadulterated joy of discovery. It's science in its most poetic form. Back inside the habitat, we stow our gear and begin our evening routine. We clean our suits, analyze the samples we collected, and log our data to send back to Earth. The communication delay is long, so we won't get a response from mission control for many minutes. We eat our evening meal together, sharing stories from the day and planning for the next sol. This sense of community is essential. We are a small team, millions of miles from home, relying on each other for everything. Our shared experience builds a powerful bond that is as vital to our mission as any piece of technology. The most exciting part of a day on Mars is the feeling of being on the frontier. Every rock we turn over, every patch of soil we analyze, holds the potential for a groundbreaking discovery. We are living in the future, taking the first small steps for humanity on another planet. The challenges are immense, and the dangers are real, but the rewards are immeasurable. A day on Mars is a day filled with hard work, careful planning, and constant vigilance. But it is also a day filled with wonder, beauty, and the incredible excitement of exploring a new world. Consider that,